Hi guys, it's Granny Tana speaking. Welcome to this FS25 mod update presentation video. My garden mod got an update to version 1.0.0.2 and this update has been released at Modhub for all platforms, and I'll show you what has changed. If you want to know how this garden works, then you should have a look at the original garden mod presentation video. There I show you everything you need to know about my garden mod, because it's quite big in its functionality. Therefore here I only show you the changes. And the reason for this update was the fact that you couldn't deliver those kind of seed pellets. That was a bug of the mod, and I changed it for all gardens. So, and now you can deliver them like so. And the next thing is the distributor was too slow. And it was too slow because the mechanism of the distribution system works differently from FS22 to FS25. And yeah, that is nothing that has been told to us or so. It just behaves differently. And therefore we had to experience the problems of the slow distribution, and now I changed it accordingly. So I just put inside 200,000 liters of water into the distributor, and now we set it into motion. Here it is the distributor, water, distributing and activating. So you have to activate a production chain that the product is distributed. And this production chain does nothing. It transforms 1,000 liters of water into 1,000 liters of water, but it is needed like that it is distributed at all. And I had to make a lot of cycles that it speeds up. And before it already worked, but it was too slow. And yeah, now it's faster, but it still don't distribute all of the water in 1 hour. It still takes longer, but I think we can live with it now. I hope so. Yeah, and maybe you see there is a lot of additional stuff. Before we just had distributing from manure and seeds and where's the solid fertilizer. And that works like the distribution of the water. And the manure had additional, this is just 100 manure to 100 manure, and also a transformation to solid fertilizer. And yeah, now I added recipes for digestate, liquid fertilizer and slurry. And one reason for that is because to add it in the distributor is that some other gardens use, for example, liquid fertilizer, and it's nice if you can use the distributor for all kinds of greenhouses and such. Maybe not all, some are very special, but now we have additional stuff that can be distributed. But most and foremost, I added such a function, an additional function to the gardens with a bigger variety of fertilizer-like stuff that can be added. Here I fill up my tank with liquid manure and I go to this garden and I unload it. And it works with the fill type converter like it already worked with the manure. We can have a look at it, the open air garden, the big one. Here you see we got solid fertilizer. No slurry here or liquid manure. That has a reason. And this, it's the same mechanism that we already had with the manure, this fill type converter. So when you put manure or slurry or digestate or liquid fertilizer into the garden, then it's transformed automatically at once into solid fertilizer. And then you can use the recipes with solid fertilizer, for example, like the carrots, if you also have seeds. We don't have seeds right now here. And use it even if you never had solid fertilizer but slurry. And you might ask, why not making a dedicated recipe for the slurry and the carrots? And the reason is very simple, because if you see this whole list of products and recipes, it's already too long. But I wanted to add all those products. Yeah, and to not have it even longer and longer and longer, I decided on using this fill type converter mechanism, so that with every alternative material for fertilizing you put in, like the manure, the liquid manure, digestate or liquid fertilizer, it is transformed beforehand, before you have this recipe. And you always have just solid fertilizer stored in the garden. And don't worry, the different values of the different kinds of fertilizers are considered in the transformation recipe. So therefore we only have 40,000 liters of solid fertilizer, even if we put 200,000 liters of slurry into this, because the slurry is, the value is less than for the solid fertilizer. And now something else happened. We got water in this garden, 67,000 liters. And in the small garden we got 3,300 liters of water. The amount of stuff that is distributed depends on the storage size of the receiving production or garden. And as the smaller garden needs less water and can store less water than the large garden, it is distributed unevenly, and which is sensible. But we can also see in the distributor there is still 129,000 liters left. That will be distributed in the next hours. So it's still not very fast, but faster than before. And now let's just activate some of the recipes that we can have a nice growing garden. And here also, just for the look of it. So here you can see the nice growing garden. And yeah, those are the changes: improved delivery of seeds and other pellets, improved speed with the distributor, and more fertilizing fill types that you can deliver to the gardens and use as solid fertilizer. Okay. Thank you for your support as a Ruby channel member. If you want to buy FS25 or a DLC, feel free to use my code OMATANA. You'll find the link for the PC version in the video description. It doesn't cost you anything extra and supports me a lot. Now I wish you a wonderful day, thank you for watching and all the best till next time. Tschüss!